Well, we are going to juice some more vegetables and fruits. I found a recipe. It's called Dracula's Dream, and it consists of 2 beets, 2 carrots. The beets need to be peeled, and they stain your hands. Again, it's like I choke down Raggedy Ann and Andy. 2 peeled beets, 2 carrots. You don't have to peel the carrots. I didn't chop off the heads off the carrots yet, but I will do that. 8 strawberries, washed. I took the stems off. It didn't say you had to take the stems off, but I took the stems off this time. With juicing, you pretty much throw almost everything in there, no big deal. And then 7 kale leaves. So, I assume each one of these are a leaf. If not, then we're drinking a lot of kale. I'll have to get some clarification after this video because, as I look on the back of these, technically a leaf is like this. Technically a leaf would be running off the main stem, but who knows, It's fine either way. We've always been counting this as one. So we got 7 of those, 8 strawberries, and I'm gonna actually demonstrate some cutting, which hopefully I don't cut off my fingers. So throw that on the floor. And then beets are very, very tough. It's harder than a potato in my opinion. So you gotta be very careful, especially with using a sharp knife. I would try to use maybe a maybe the dullest knife you have that can cut through things, because you just need to put pressure on it. You don't want to cut your fingers. So I'm going to cut it 4 ways, or 2 ways, like that. And I'm going to cut it in half so it'll fit into the opening. There we go. All right, so let's turn this on. One thing about beets is when I started dating Janine, I think it was like a couple weeks after we started dating, she invited me down to her give me a second. How the renegade knows hair. Gotta take care of him. But anyways, it was either the first or second week I went down, and Janine is not, she's not the cook of the family, but she made me dinner, and we were just getting to know each other, and I think it was like a chicken patty, breaded chicken patty that you find in the stores in a bag, and a couple vegetables. But one of the vegetables was beets, and it came from a can, and I don't ever recall having, at that moment, I never recalled ever having beets nor ever buying them. And so I told her, I was like, well, I don't like those. And she kind of forced me into eating them and trying them. And I told her, I was like, look, I don't like this. Well, she says, how do you know? I was like, I just know. I was like, I don't even think I've ever had them before. She was like, well, how do you know you even like them or you don't like them? So I tried them, and I have to say that I was amazed and been hooked ever since on beets. The taste reminded me, and she thinks I'm weird because I think of this, but I mentioned this in the first beet video, I think, but it reminds me a lot of like if you eat a corn cob, or if you're eating corn on the cob and you go, you eat pretty much past and eat some of the cob itself. Kind of tastes like that. It's very, very earthy, but I like it. I mean, they're good for you, and so I never look back. And in fact, I'm the type that will go out, and if we're at the store and I see pickled beets, I'll eat pickled beets. If we go to a buffet that has salad bar, I'll put pickled beets on my plate if they're there. So I really, really like them a lot. So I can thank my wife Janine for that, for kind of like strong-arming me into tasting them that day, because I think she was probably going to do bad things to me if I didn't eat them. So, all right, let's get started. I like mixing up the colors. I tell you right now, we are going to run out
of room?
Yeah. We're going to use the emergency cup. I think I jammed the machine. Safety first. Unplug. Turn it off. So we can put this down as a safety video for juicers. Make sure you unplug it. Stop rolling. There we go. Yeah, this one right here is just being stubborn. So we haven't even put the kale in, and everything's like going crazy.
Yeah, we need, we'll probably need a pitcher to mix it all together in the end.
We haven't even got to the kale part. Well, it's very foamy.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 7 leaves. We ain't gonna be that bad. We will see. We may have to. Yeah, I'm gonna change this out. No. Shoving it all in there. I don't waste. We're trying to.
That is dark green.
So I could probably mix it, because it's not, I mean, for 7 leaves, that's not a lot of kale. I can tell you what, kale by itself, like juiced, I don't know if I can have it.
I want you to take a small sip of that kale juice.
Oh, I will. I'm curious. Oh, yeah. What is that? So, yeah, don't do that. I need my spoon. Yeah, a lot of this foam is what kind of pushed it over the edge a little bit.
Yeah, it settled when you put it.
Yeah, so this is called Dracula's Dream.
It looks good.
Looks good, yeah. Gotta mix it up. And notice, like, we're not adding salt, sugar. It's sweetened naturally by the fruits that are in these. We don't add any salt. We don't, add any additional ingredients. You can if you want. Not necessarily recommended. Let me put these over away because it's time to bottle. It just looks like flesh just flew all over the place. Yeah, this is definitely going to yield us
more than those 2 bottles.
And by the way, this pulp here, there are actually recipes online that you can get, and you can season the pulp, and you can fry it in coconut oil. You can do a lot of stuff with it. We're going to construct our garden this year, and we're going to we're actually going to compost our fiber / pulp, and then try to get as organic as possible in our flower beds. I'm sure we're not going to be able to produce enough compost, but you have to, make sure if you do go that method, you have to make sure it's composted, because if you just put this stuff in there raw, you're going to attract rabbits, otters, beavers,
otters
snakes,
and beavers.
well, whatever. Foxes. We have foxes and wolves out here, so you're going to attract stuff you don't want to attract. So make sure it gets composted, and you go through the recommended time frames and whatnot. So now we got to watch, like when we go to compost, like what we use, because a lot of people use like manure, and we're not going to use manure, so we'll have to figure another agent. All right, let's bottle this stuff, and then I'll taste it. Whoa, watch out, says that blood. Why is it, is it chunky? We can name this, like, we can make a video game juicing bar, and we can call this Castlevania juice. Yeah, these 18-ounce bottles are definitely a no-brainer. The next juice we're going to do is probably like a blueberry, maybe. Alright, what's left is this creamy foam, which is, I like it, it's delicious by itself, but it'll settle and turn it back into, it's like beer, like a beer head. It'll turn back into like liquefied form. It liquefies, so, and then I'll just eat the rest with a spoon. I'm gonna try it. This one's mine, right?
Yeah.
I made a mess.
Yeah, you did.
Holy moly. So, I can definitely taste the strawberries. That's what I was looking for, because that's kind of like our only ingredient is different this time. Carrots, I can taste the carrots, gives that natural sweetness. The beets, obviously I can taste the beets. The kale, not so much. But I guess because I drink it raw, I'm kind of like not really looking for it. Yeah, this is good. Sort of like the beetini, excuse me, the beetini that we had yesterday, but not as sweet. So, and which is surprising because it has strawberries in it. And what else did we put in this?
That's it.
That's it? So we didn't put oranges or...
No.
I forget really quick. I've done so many of these. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to Walgamont's juicing experiments. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment. Follow us. We're going to put as many juicing videos on as possible. We really like this new hobby that we found. I've had my juicer for about 4 years. I got it on my birthday. Janine got it for me, and it was like one of those WTF moments when I opened it up. I'm like, huh? And I really never used it. It sat in the basement for a couple of years untouched. I mean, I try to get cute and make some salsa drink with a jalapeno and kale, and it was so nasty it turned me off, and I just put it in the basement. Well, we started watching Netflix videos, and you know, I need a diet change. Janine needs a diet change. I need to build some endurance and work on my breathing and get rid of this fat gut. We're in the middle of the CrossFit Open right now, and I gas out on every one of those workouts. So I need to, my results are actually worse than last year and definitely worse than my first year in the CrossFit Open. So I got to find something that's going to translate to me and allow me to, like, you know, breathe better, but most importantly have more endurance. So hopefully the juicing will do that for me. And I don't know, it's fun. You know, I'm probably gonna wear the hell out of this thing. It's a good machine. $99 on Amazon, $99 at Best Buy. Definitely worth it. So until next time.